Aloha! I see you guys are making plans to leave the island. Just remember, the seagull who flies a crooked path has a tough time flying home. But we can talk about that later. Now that you are making plans to go, you need to remember that there is a reason God put you into your family. Each day, there are a lot of opportunities to tell other people about God's love for them. Whether you are at school, in the neighborhood, on the beach, or eating shaved ice, God wants families to tell others about Him. We see how important it is in the book of Acts. Cornelius was a Roman army officer whose family was faithful to worship God and give to anyone as they had a need. Cornelius prayed regularly, and one day, as he was praying, he saw an angel of God. The angel called him by name, and as you can imagine, Cornelius was in shock at what was happening. The angel told Cornelius that God was pleased with him. God wanted him to send some man to a town named Joppa to ask for a man there called Peter. As soon as the angel left, Cornelius did what the angel said. While this was happening, Peter was on the rooftop praying. He got really hungry and began to have a vision. Peter saw animals he had never been allowed to eat because of the Jewish law. A voice spoke to Peter and said, "Get up and eat." Peter was shocked and said, "I have never eaten anything that is not allowed." But the voice spoke again and said, "If God says something is allowed, do not say it isn't." This happened 3 different times. Peter was confused about what this meant, but just then, the men sent by Cornelius arrived at his house. They asked Peter to come with them. So the next day, they all went to see Cornelius, who was waiting for them. Cornelius called all his family and close friends to come to hear what Peter had to say. It was a very important moment for Peter to go into the home of people who were different from him. This was special because Jewish law also said that they were supposed to stay away from Gentile people and never enter a Gentile home. Peter told them, "God has shown me that He treats everyone the same. He accepts people from every nation. He accepts anyone who has respect for Him and does what is right." Peter continued to explain that the good news of God's love that came through the gift of Jesus was for Cornelius' family and the Gentile people. That day, it was very clear that every family from any nation or race can follow Jesus and then tell others about Him. On that day, the gospel began to make its way across the oceans and eventually to where we live today. Your family can live in a way that helps other people experience God's love. God wants your family to tell others about Him.